Good morning, children. How are you today, Hopefully the rats have gnawed through your bonds. There is no freedom, though. You know what's outside that wall? Just more wall. Okie dokie. David Wolf, secret agent. I wish this one was good, but I know it won't be. That's the sad part. Like, the gameplay is not going to be fun. Hope I'm wrong. Pray to whatever weird deity you fucking worship. One of them's got to fucking, you know, prove themselves at some point. I'm the sausage god. You might be right. Your dumb thing might be the one true religion. Oh, there is one. It's Rael. Ding! Alright. I'm not getting any audio. I kind of want audio. If this is, that's. Alright, let me see what I can do here. Maybe this. Okay, so play or run. I gotta go run. Ah, yeah, there we are. Okay. Alright, maybe this bit just has no sound. I gotta silently sit and listen to fucking Vasto think to himself. That is an amazing face. I regret the sound. Well, okay, let's see. This is from 1989. I'll try and slow it down. I'll try and get like. Okay, we'll go back maybe. We'll go one from 89. I don't know. I don't think we're fucking fixing. This is possibly what it's supposed to. Goth stock. Oh, this is so great. That's your, like, tech buddy. I just know it. You know that's the tech buddy. This has tried so hard for 89. I feel like it is going too fast, but like fucking. Alright, let's go. I don't know, maybe it's not going to take effect unless I, like, reload it or something. I sort of tempted to try that. Or maybe it just doesn't do anything. Okay, so... That's the funniest part. It's like a fucking hang glider that they put... I don't think a machine gun could go on a hang glider. Launch the attack gliders! You know, you don't need to fight him with a glider. You could just, like, fight him. Alright, no, it is going too fast. Fuck you. Excellent. Alright, let's... We'll go in 1987, and we'll reset it, because I want to see... I'm not having Boar pull that face at me again. That's just bullshit. Fucking... I don't know. Like, I'm beginning to think there's nothing I can do about this. That is... You know, on the plus side, though, look, you can, like, you can skip shit. Oh, that's right. It bragged about having, like, a video. Alright, look, just... Yes, yes! Launch the attack gliders. You could just, like, you could just shoot him. You know? Joystick control. I don't think that works in water. Ow, you jerk. Daddy, you love me now. Squish him like a bug. You can just duck. Okay. See, I am using keyboard up down though, and I swear I'm not getting up down. I think I get some left and right, but that's about it. Beep 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 boo. This is trying so hard, and it's just you know, like it just can't do this. I mean, this is great though. You know, if nothing else, this is fantastic. Although I am fucking... Alright, hang on. Because this... I feel like it needs to be slow. I feel like I'm still going a bit fast there. I don't know how, but... I don't know, drop this down to about 80 maybe. Yes, that is fantastic. No, I don't want that up. I mean, how'd they find me where I'm launching? You know, I figured that's a bit of an issue. Like, that's the kind of thing you fucking talk to... Alright, there we go. That is... Okay, so this might surprise you, but a hang glider... Can I rewind it? Is that possible? Like, can I go back? I feel like if you're gonna let me fucking go one way, you should let me go the other, you know? I mean, that felt a little better. I mean, seriously though, that's so... I could just do this. I don't need to, like, save state or do anything. I don't like boar. I hate boar. I have got such a fucking blood feud against boar now. I mean, like, it... You know, like, a hang glider's... You can barely do stuff in a hang glider. Alright, look. Is that shit hitting me, you know, like... Or does it have an engine on it? Maybe it does have an engine. Fuck off. Alright, look. That's upsetting me. Oh, actually, no. I just realized I can skip to other stages. Alright. See, this is great. Look at this. Skip. I didn't, like, not save my fucking control or something. Car chase. Alright. See, we don't have to do anything. This is boar. Oh, that guy's not my tech buddy. He's boar. Alright, wait a second. I feel like... It feels like it's going... How do I still feel like I'm going fast? Fix this, boar. Alright. I mean, like... Oh, okay, like oil is like I can fart oil out. Alright. I've pulled over. That's not what I want. Go forward, please. Ugh. Ugh. Did that guy get out of the car? Oh, suck shit. I'm leaving you behind now, motherfucker. Alright, look. Turn, please. Turn. Fucking... I am sick of being mocked by Boar. I hate you, Boar. How is this not filled with pictures of Boar? Utterly infuriated by that. I'm not going to delete that. I'm determined to get it to work. God help me, it's ridiculous. At least I got to find out what David's shit. Well, does David's Kong have like an inflamed scrotum? Is that what that is? Is he on a balloon? The object of this game is to avoid the oil barrels and fireballs. Rescue the lady and return with her to your cottage. That sounds familiar. No. Move by using the cursor control keys and jump by using the F1 key. You know, I might like... This I might speed up a tad. F1. I do love F1 being like the fucking jump button. Can you imagine that? I swear I'm making it slower. I feel like I'm just getting fucked with today. Alright. I mean, David's Kong was... The only utility of David's Kong was what the mystery of what David's Kong was, and it's from 1984, so it's not interesting whatsoever. Okay. What the fuck is this? It's gotta be like some kind of Jewish educational game. It is. Or not? Praise the Lord doesn't really feel Jewish. Like, I don't know, you know, too much about, like, the full tilt Hasidics, but, like... Oh, it's Christian. Alright. Zola Levitt Ministries. Grace and Vessels of Christ Ministries. Who's God's chosen people? You could do shirts and skins, but foreskins and not. Why can't I have good music? Fuck you. Is this a matching game? Guy having a nap. Ah, gotcha now. See, this is the thing you forget about, like, the weird fucking fundies, is, you know, the whole nutso shit about, like, Israel, because it's, like, Christ's landing pad, you know? Boar's a bad guy. Yeah, like, I thought, like, the picture of boar... Testicles. Arrows. I've seen those before. You're around here somewhere. I think you're down here. Ah, shit. What's a Hess... Oh, is that like a bonus or something? Oh, fuck this. I'm gonna waste my time on fucking nonsense. I'll just read the fucking Marvel wiki or something. Davidic matchup. I fucking... I wonder if this is going to be the same fucking tennis game, but just called Davis Cup. So for new viewers, we've run across like this one 3D tennis game where that's like first person, and because it has like an auto track of the ball, surprisingly functional. Like, you wouldn't think a first person 3D fucking tennis game from like, you know, the early 90s would be functional, but it, you know.
Welcome to the 1996 Davis Cup, the most prestigious annual team trophy in world sports. A trophy that excites and motivates players and crowds in a way that other tournaments do not.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited and motivated. You could sound less bored. Sure. I don't know who. Are these tennis humans?
Quiet, please.
Oh, wow, it's digital. Suck my asshole.
Second service.
Alright, let's fucking. Hey, alright. Oh, I missed it.
Love
I mean, it's a
15.
bit jittery and twitchy, but like, yeah, I could probably fiddle with it a little bit, get it going. I got the grunts. Okay, there's a whole button for dive.
30.
Can I dive into one of the children? Just wallop the little bastards. Are there other buttons? Ah, shit. Alright, there's a whole button for, like, the whacker motherfucker. I feel like the ball fucking tension is, like, a little, you know. Okay.
Love 40.
I mean, look, not great, but, you know. Digital tennis players. I wonder if this has any of the licensed, you know, pricks or some shit. Complete Davis Cup tennis. Rotomorphing. Das Davis Cup. I think this explains a bit why the fucking narration was, you know, sounded like it was done by your housemate you just woke up. Like, shoving me awake in bed and going, Gabe, I need you to read this for a second. Just read it into the microphone. Just, The Davis Cup, the most exciting and motivational. You know, spelling it with a WG really sort of. I was leaning more towards urban, as opposed to hillbilly. But I think, you know, the fun thing is there's, you know, if it weren't for the staggering racism, people would realize that there's an awful lot of, like, similarity between the two, really, you know? Okay, space. Play the game. Let's go. When hillbillies fly. When we finally genetically modified them enough. Okay, alright. This reminds me of, like, fucking, what's that shit called? Heehaw. Heehaw is wild, because if you've ever watched any of it, and I do recommend looking, like, just watch one episode from start to finish, because it feels like it's made by city people to make fun of rural people, but it's made by rural people. What's going on up there? Oh, I'm shooting. Oh, that guy's shooting at me. Oh, oh. Up. Alright. See this? Yes. See, this is the problem, is I'm not a hillbilly. Like, I'm, you know, a hill William. Alright, there we go. Okay. Woo, woo, woo! Okay. You know, this kind of has a little something going for it with the way the planes work. Because, you know, there's momentum, there's sort of, you know, basic physics to it. I can do a loop-the-loop, but I gotta be paying attention. Okay, so I'm not allowed to go past there or a man shoots me. I watched what? Okay, am I allowed to turn around? Look at that bouffant haircut down the bottom left just looking at me. Don't make fun of me, I'm learning, alright? I have numerous hillbillies to waste on this. I don't know if I can just, like, turn left or right is the problem. No, I can't. Like, I gotta, like, fucking... Oh, wait, okay, there we go. So I gotta, like... Fuck me, that's... Ooh, you bastard. Damn it. My hill, William. See, I love that. You can kind of get, like, off, but, like, you know... Ooh! Ooh! Alright. Yeah, I watched a whole episode of Heehaw, because it shows up in, like, you know... There's references to it in The Simpsons, there's references to it in Family Guy, and I was curious about it. And I looked it up, and it's like, this shit ran for, like, 30 years or some shit. Like, it went for a long fucking time. And I'm like, alright, what's this about? Because every clip I see of it feels like a joke at the expense of rednecks. And they all are. The whole fucking show is at the expense of rednecks, but it's by rednecks. You know? Like, imagine if Dave Chappelle just did a whole show, unironically, that was like Tyrone's Watermelon and Chicken Comedy Hour. And it was just every racist joke that you could think of, but, like, just done by black people. That's Heehaw, but for whites. And that's wild. Like, it's batshit. Like, it's an insane program to watch. Oh, Christ, what the fuck is this? How long does this go? Oh, Lord. Fuck me. I mean, I don't know if I'd call... I think the genuineness... This has fucked my computer. I think the genuineness of it... Again, it kind of fucks with my head, like, because I do feel it's genuine, so I don't feel like it's, you know, intending to be weirdly insulting, and yet every time I see it, I just think, wow, that's weirdly insulting. All right, I would like to fucking close. Like, fuck. No. Alright, look, I am just fucking deleting the shit out. I'm not even trying that again. I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking with these goddamn things that just break my fucking computer. Am I just walking into fucking, you know... I feel like I'm just walking into trouble here. Nah, I'm making a fucking executive decision on that one. I don't want... I don't like fucking playing the games where if I try to exit it, it somehow fucks up my computer from, like, you know, 30 fucking years ago. Nothing should do that. Nothing should be... No fucking thing should be able to nearly crash my fucking goddamn computer from that far away. Alright, finally. We're gonna take Pearl Harbor. I mean, the thing about it is, though, like, you know, there are tons of black comedians that'll make fun of their own sort of, like, you know, class elements. And it is a class element. Like, you know, I grew up in public housing. Me and a black guy who grew up in public housing have more in common than a black guy and Will Smith's kid, you know? Like, that's the reality. It's just the barrier of racism kind of, like, keeps people from noticing that. Like, you know, and again, like, I'll make fucking jokes at the expense of, you know, my class origins and stuff like that. But this, it feels like, you know, it doesn't feel like it's been done by someone who's, you know, escaped. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting robot samurai titties. Don't know what I was expecting, but it's so sure as shit wasn't robot samurai titties. I was like, oh, this would be like a World War II simulator or something, or am I invading? Fuck me, it's a fucking little shooter. Somehow I've wound up with the player 2 control. Oh. Hey, alright, there we go. I mean, I don't know why, like, there's a 2-player thing going on. I think I don't know what buttons are what. But, like, you know, yeah, look at that. Right. I mean, you know, player 1's just about fucked. Is that? Do I need more oil? Oh, okay. I think oil is like health or something. Alright, now player 2's out of here, I can actually kind of fucking... Nah. I will say some of these things take a bit much, you know? It's important in any of these shooting games to have, like, just a bunch of one-hit shit, you know? Hell yeah. They need to invent these things in real life, you know? Like a little bonus plane or drone or something that'll, like, hang out with your plane. I mean, look, that's not great. It's not the worst thing I've played today, but still. I might keep that. I mean, that. Samurai tits. Hell yeah. I'm... like, if nothing else, this has been really fun for, like, finding out Korea was up to shit during this period, you know? I think bogans are like related to hillbillies, but it's a bit different. You know, like there's a definite difference. So like hillbillies, particularly like when you talk about like in the the United States experience, have been around long enough and fairly isolated long enough to very much develop a distinct separateness and not even just a culture, but a far more defined line between hillbillies and like the outer world. Like the suburban hillbillies or like bogans and stuff you get in Australia, you know, they're in the city, they're urban. They're as dependent on, you know, the government and the city folk as anybody else. So they haven't had that like that line, that capacity to develop as separate. And that does change things a little bit. But like the core energy is functionally identical. I mean, you can see this all over the world. You can see it all throughout fucking time. You know, the same jokes and things have been getting said. The people from the city are soft. The people in the country are, you know, the hard, real people and do all the fucking work. And the city people will go, "You're a bunch of crude half-wits, and we are the only ones who actually know how to get anything done." Like, you know, literally, you can see this in like fucking ancient Greece. You can go back to like the BC period and read these things. Dragon Force. Yeah. Bogans aren't rural exactly. Like they're what you'd qualify. There are things that you'd call similar to Australian hillbillies, but like you know, it's one of those situations where, you know, surviving in rural Australia, it tends to be done by, like, people who own massive farms. And I mean, like, fucking a tractor fucking Mars size fucking farms, right? So there's this weird split of, like, rural and regional Australia having, like, populations, but they're typically incredibly wealthy, which, you know, hillbillies aren't. Like, you know, and again, because Australia is like 100 fucking years old. Scott Poggy. Alright, look, just get me to the game, Korea. Oh yeah, no, I saw stuff about that. Try that in a small town shit. I mean, again, that's fucking stupid. You know, places with some of the, like, worst shit about personal liberties to fucking, yeah, I mean, fuck. That's annoying, because I kind of want to see what that one is, but I don't want to fucking deal with shit when it fucking freezes my shit. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just for starters. Like, fuck yeah. Oh, those are the only 2 pictures. Fine. And then the game's a horizontal shooter. I mean, I don't know. I'll fiddle with... Oh, fuck me, there's more of them? Alright, well, we'll try. Because I do want to see what... Because the Korean shooters are usually the fun games. Gopniks are closer to Bogans. Like, it's... You know, again, the thing about hillbillies is they... You know... And you know, regardless of what the reality is in terms of the greater connections between, like, government and person, there's been enough of a divide. Like, they were there by themselves for a fucking while, basically. That, you know, that sense of otherness and separateness kind of defines the split. And you wind up with, like, not even just slang, but, like, an almost, you know, fairly complex fucking dialect by itself. You know, the more socially integrated hillbillies, regardless of how, you know, you may fucking not want to talk to them across the street to avoid them, they're there, you know. Alright, well, this is a bit better. Did I speak too soon? Well, that's at least not fucking fried my shit, so that's nice. Oop. I don't speak Korean circle runes, so I don't know what that means. Okay. See, I feel like it's just freezing on me here, you know? Nope. Hey, alright, finally. Oh, I got a charge shot. Ow. Fucking stop it. Ah, fucking sucks shit. Alright, it's running a bit quick, but still. Help me, giant robo. Oh, you're an enemy. Fuck you. This music sounds faintly medieval. You know? Okay, this doesn't sound like space music. Alright, I've discovered the key to life is just staying still. Ah. Well, I mean, look, I'm not getting rid of that. I need to tweak it a bit to slow it down, but it's solid. I love, like, even Korea went through a how to draw anime period. Oh, look at that guy's hair compared to his head. Fucking stellar. Look at that. That's just someone else's fucking hair. Alright, Assault Dragon. But yeah, again, I mean, this shit, there are fucking plays from, like, BC Greece that talk about, like, the difference between rural folk and city folk and stuff like that. And, again, that one thing of, like, the rural are the genuine and the city, oh, they're all, it's this, like, it's the same thing's been happening literally since cities. Like, getting on like 5,000 years now of this repeated. I don't know if I like the butt tentacle ship. Is that mine? Assault Dragon. Alright, let's just get right into it. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Oh, alright. I was gonna pick a guy, but I just get a guy assigned apparently. Alright. That's not working better than the last one, so I don't know, maybe it is Pentium 3? Pentium 3. It's a little bit better. You're going slow. I feel like going slow is not better. Maybe I'm still going way too fast, maybe. Yeah, frame rate, frame pacing, something just feels a bit off no matter where I put it. Like higher, it feels a bit smoother, but I mean, it's not running well. And especially because 4, whatever the day 4, that, Icarus worked fine. I had Icarus running well, even though that guy's hair's fucked. I wonder if this guy learned to draw hair better by the time this game came around. Ah, figs. Guess we'll never know. What? A day for soft food? Yeah, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I find the Appalachian stuff really, really fascinating. Like, and God help me, I do enjoy my Appalachian music. That's one of the ones that won't work. Which is probably, yeah, that's just as well. I don't know if I want to play a day for soft food. I find that that's just a distressing sentence. Alright. I play as a cat. That's what I figured. Well, that's novel, but don't have the energy for that. I would like to see fucking medieval Eurobeat. It's probably out there. Right as I pressed enter, I saw the phrase, "the evil Dr. Porkburger." It just... Well, religion is interesting because, like, religion as we know it today, particularly in the West, like the biggest structural of the structure of the church, is something that requires certain, it's like fucking Civ games. You need to have researched other shit in order to get that shit, and if that other shit's not around, you're not really gonna get that shit. You know, I actually wrote about this in fucking the Lisa versus or Homer versus Lisa in the Eighth Commandment episode because it's kind of about that. You'll see this in like the suburban hillbilly areas of Brisbane where you know there are people who be Christian, but they won't really go to church, and their version of Christianity is like this very primitive, really just animist thing, and you know the superstition is the sort of pure old form of religion, whereas there's explanations for the randomness of existence, the random cruelties of existence, and things to sort of make you feel like you can have some kind of control over whether or not the fucking goblins give your kid the pox, I don't want more information about Dr. Porkburger. I'm okay with that. So, all right. So I said use the mouse and. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it's coming back. All right. I mean that's. I like this is someone's homework game. Controlling with the mouse is a bit fucking crazy. But like, this is a game you'd have gotten in a show bag, like where it's like have 100 games. It's like, all right, that sucks. I need the blue one again. Where's the blue one? Because the blue one seeks, and that just that seems to be the best. All right. I mean, look, for a game on the cover of like a magazine or in a fucking show bag, sure. For my collection, no. Day of the Pharaoh. Whoopsh. Do I make my own Pharaoh? What the fuck's going on here? Rise up the ranks of Pharaoh. I don't love the 90s enough. The fuck are you going on about? A cult tradition in Appalachia called granny witches. Yeah, so that's a granny witch is just Baba, the wise woman of the woods, You find these everywhere. And the interesting thing about the wise woman, like mythos, is it comes from the fact that usually women outlive men. And so you'll just wind up with like a weird old, lady living somewhere who's older than, everybody else in the fucking village, so, probably knows things, but has, little to no social connection to the village because, like, her husband's dead and, she's just kind of lonely and insane. And so, if something weird goes on, it's probably the, creepy old person lives somewhere. Jumbo Pharaoh. Jumbo Pharaoh. All rise for the Pharaonic national anthem. Sounds like a theremin having diarrhea. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing that. I do sometimes wonder what just suddenly changing the clock speed on a game must do to the game. I mean, that sounds like actual music. I'd love it to stop. Is this just what happens if I load Pharaoh? I just get this? I'll give it a second. Alright. Christ, let's see what Jumbo does. If Jumbo is the actual game, I swear to fucking Christ. Load Pharaoh. What's Pharaoh? It's just, you know, an hour of Pharaoh worship time. Oh, Jumbo does nothing. Fucking magical. Jazz, in these old games, everything was tied to the clock. You used to have to get a separate program called Moslo in order to play old, like, Sierra games that had, like, an arcade section. Like, if you tried to play Police Quest 3, where it had the little driving bits on, like, an old computer, but if you didn't have Moslo, it would literally go bip, and you'd just die. Like, because all of the movement was just tied to the clock speed of the computer. Alright. Alright. You know what? I got an idea here. So, we're gonna fast forward. I think that's it. What the fuck's going on? I pushed every button. I had it there. I've just stuck it on fast forward for like several loops of the fucking song. I don't know what more I could fucking be expected to do. And I don't care. I've already put more effort into Pharaoh than Pharaoh deserves. Eat shit. Ah, hey there, sweetie. How are you, huh? How you doing today, my love? I mean, yeah, but unless it's like a specific button, like when I say I push every button, I literally push every button. You know, unless it's like some ancient button that doesn't exist on keyboards anymore, or something that hangs out, like, I mean, I don't know if it was like maybe numlock or some shit. I mean, eat my asshole if you're making me push numlock to do stuff. You can just fucking fall down some steps. Day of the testicle. Alright, I didn't want to do that. Mwah, 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 mwah. Alright. Alright. Look, stop being a schlong and just let me fucking... Where's the god? There we go. I don't want to do... Fine. Alright, fine. Sound blaster, yep. No voice. Fuck you, no voice. Yep. Alright, good. Mouse and keyboard, rad. Okay. Up, down, left, right. Alright, so... God, look at that. The Sam and Max demo, Rebel Assault demo. Might have been copy protection. I don't know. I feel like I just wasn't worshipping Pharaoh well enough. That'd be my copy protection. You know, I've got like fucking VSync on. I'm not sure why I get those little bits of tearing every now and again. I'm figuring out what that is. Oh, this was a humdinger, boys and girls. Saturday morning cartoon, but you got to play it. Funny, weird.
I don't think you should drink that.
A sequel to a NES game that made me angry all the time.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great.
Yeah, I mean, how old is Kat now? She's like 7 or some shit.
I feel like I could.
I'm sitting on my bed at the moment. And it's summer, so she's molting, so there's just fucking hair everywhere. Even when I groom, like I got one of those like spiky groom things. Every day, man. Just it's just there's just cat tumbleweeds in the backyard now.
Take on the world.
Look, Hoagie, it's a hamster. Just what I need for dissection lab tomorrow.
I think I need that for the
This is
battle.
every Brisbane share house.
Bite its head off or whatever.
Hands off that hamster.
Friend of yours, Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he's brought us a note. It's from my old friend, Green Tentacle. He says that purple tentacles...
Oh yeah, no, my point about like conspiracies is always like the hardest thing for people to accept is there's nobody driving the bus.
I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now, I know that I must go back to the mansion.
Peak, ladies and gentlemen. Great intro, great fucking title sequence. We know what's going on. Gotta go back to the mansion. The Maniac Mansion. Now it's a little gentler these days. Although there was, someone did make a fan game actually of Maniac Mansion in the Scum VM engine, and it's a far more fun game than any of the original Maniac Mansions. I recommend looking it up because the old one has aged a tad. I mean that, and just having an enemy is a motivator in life, you know. Like you got to imagine what a lot of people's lives would be if you just took this away, you know, if you just boop, deleted it, and then look upon how empty and pointless and just futile it is, you know. For a lot of this, part of the defensiveness of it is you know, because again, it's not cognition in the proper sense. It's social cognition, you know. It's about defining oneself, defining a place in the world, and giving yourself a purpose. You just suck the purpose out of someone's life and just watch them go fucking insane. Like, you know, it's a difficult thing to cope with. Nope, you know, suddenly it's just like, oh, you know, like, yeah, I gotta wake up and think, oh, fuck, you know, I gotta go to the store and get onions, you know. Imagine waking up and being the hero in a science fiction adventure. I maintain that cow could have helped. You know, I'd much rather be, you know, in a science fiction adventure. But, you know, for the same reason I fucking don't like Dungeons and Dragons, I'm sure as shit not fucking LARPing cube bullshit.
Behind those double doors. Hoagie, you take care of upstairs reconnaissance. I'll maintain Command HQ here, in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We've got to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long. I've got an anatomy final tomorrow.
And I've got a show to set up later tonight. If I'm late, I don't get to test the drums.
If I know Dr. Fred, he's got the tentacles tied up in his secret lab. Question is, where's his secret lab?
Look at it.
There's something funny about that clock. Aha! A secret passage. This is all too easy.
Laverne, how'd you get upstairs?
Figure out what's going on with that fucking screen tearing. It's polluting the beauty of this.
Am I upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
Oh, just something.
Yeah, Kataka, it's just, it's, you know, there are some mods you can get, system mods that'll basically use the actual system hardware but run things off like a micro SD or a hard drive or something like that. I mean, I feel like that's just, you know, it's sort of just where things are going.
Did you say Bernard?
Okay, you're free to go.
Thanks, Bernard.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world.
Wait!
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. He's incredibly evil, isn't he?
I'll try to talk him out of it.
You don't do a very good job, Green.
Well, what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
gaping lab rats!
Dr. Fred.
What have you done this time, you meddling milquetoast? Now Purple Tentacle is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world
These little
and
flippers.
enslave all humanity!
Whoops.
Our only hope now is to turn off my sludge-o-magic machine and prevent the toxic mutagen from entering the river.
Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it yesterday through the time machine.
This is
Chrono
all
John.
your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children,
It is.
the Chronojohn.
Laverne's right.
Aw, can't you just send Bernard?
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people.
I mean, as someone who does love a lot of the retro shit, it's just, it's like people aren't making new CRTs, Like, there are just some realities. And also, like, I mean,
Where
anything
I'll be.
pre the HD era, So, once we're up to things like Wii, PS3,
Bernard, float over here. so
none
I
of
can
those games were
punch you.
designed for CRTs or
This
built with
must
them in
be
mind.
that Woodstock place Mom and Dad
And that's
are
good
always
because
talking
in a
about.
lot of ways, FPGA can. I mean, it's the fact that the Misters are actually able to run fucking up to 64 has been pretty impressive. But I mean, so far as I know, I don't think it's going to get past that. There's a Saturn one that's like
We may not
kind of
live
there,
to
which is
see
impressive considering emulating the
I'm
Saturn
sure
was a
Dr.
fuck
Fred
ass.
wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
After all, he is a doctor.
It works! I can't believe it! And they said imitation diamond wasn't good enough.
Oh yeah, old PC games usually just need like a compatibility layer. DOSBox Pure has been really, really, really good. There was an update put out for it today too, so I'll get into that over the weekend. But like, even the real hard gap to sort of get going, like the sort of 98 to about 2004 period, Collection Chambers, Zophar's Domain, or Zimsley, I can't remember which one, have been producing basically Windows emulation layers that that are sort of built into the program. So you just double click it, it boots the emulation layer, and then it boots the game under that. And they work fine. You have to tweak the Discworld Noir one a little bit to keep the audio
What
from
happened
skipping,
to Hoagie and Laverne?
but that's about it.
I knew I
Everything
should
else has
have
worked
bought
fairly
a
well.
real diamond.
Are they alive?
I mean, these days, like, people go on about FPGA and shit, but these days emulation has there's been some real good improvements over the years.
200 years in the future.
And yeah, now,
Maybe I put them upstairs. That's
Let me get one of
what
the-
it. Upstairs.
one of the old timers. You can go through different fucking, basically you gotta select different characters and stuff in different times. I mean, like, if you don't know anything about this game, feel free to download it and play it now. It's a classic, and it is a classic for a reason. I don't remember much of the differences with the HD version. It might be fine.
This is all too easy.
Day of the Viper. Okay. Well, now that's just a fucking, Cylon. Fuck it. Vipers now. Oh yeah, I hate the retro game hoarders. Honestly, that's one of the dark things I'd do if I became Patreon rich. I would find some of those people and just break their legs. Like, I would take those and dump the games, and I would do it in as aggressive a mafioso way as possible. Like, I'll offer to pay. I will offer to buy the fucking game. And if they want to fuck me around, okay. I'm coming to where you live. I'm going to break your knees. The best thing about this is the fucking goddamn music. Why is it always the case? I stopped it. Oh, I got a mouse. Fuck me. Oh, it's a dungeon crawler. But science fiction. Science dungeon. Fiction crawler. Access denied. Oh, fucking. How about that one? Alright. Access denied. Fuck you. You know what this needs is a fucking map. You know what they all need? A fucking map. Yeah, Japan's the absolute worst for it too. Like, absolute fucking worst. Just a country of batshit fucking knobs that, like, either want to get the games purely to hoard them so nobody else can have them, or just fucking burning shit left and right. It's just fucking mind-boggling. Break your fucking knees. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna fucking hoard it. You're gonna pay me fucking $100,000 for this game. No, it's cheaper to break your knees. You've just priced yourself right into broken knees, territory. I'll just hire the Yakuza to do it. I don't even care if it costs $150,000 to break your knees. That $150,000 is an investment in scaring the shit out of the other ones. You know? Spend money to save money. That's what you gotta do. Alright. I think I'll keep Day of the Viper. I am kind of interested in the idea of a sci-fi fucking dungeon crawler. I may wish to peek at that at another time. Spend money to make knees. The Days of Thunder licensed game. But that's a tomorrow problem. Or that's a Monday problem. What day is it? Yep, it's Friday. That's a Monday problem, bitches. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about a lot of the emulation stuff, and the thing about a lot of this preservation stuff is once it's done, it's done. That's what I like about it. You know, like, yeah, you'll have to update stuff as OSs change, but that's a different fucking beast to having to write a functional goddamn emulator from the ground fucking up. And all it takes is, like, you know, the investment of time, and most of them are done as hobbies, so, alright, like, there's only, like, I'm not gonna just sit and go, well, you know, why aren't you fucking getting this to work straight away, you know, because that's fucking stupid. The whole point is you get some fucking people who know what they're doing, and you pay them, like, you know, take a sabbatical from fucking work, pay them, and go, get this done. Because once it's done, it's done. That's it. We don't have to fucking worry anymore. You know, I mean, look at what fucking, what's his name, did with, Jaguar emulation. Swanned in out of fucking seemingly nowhere and just said, oh, I've produced the best Jaguar emulator that, you know, has ever existed, bar none. Oh, I got Jaguar CD emulation working. Oh, I got it so you can speed the clock up. Oh, I got, like, fucking on, like, you know, in the space of a year, one guy has basically produced a better Jaguar system than Atari did. You know? You pay to find these fucking games, pay to get them fucking dumped, pay to have emulators written, and then it's done. And they can't do anything about it. People can cry and whine and try to hoard this shit, whatever. Too bad. Fuck you. It's done. And there are some fucking things out there that need fucking porting. You know the really cool fucking Jurassic Park shooter, like the second one that Sega did, like the actual light gun game? There's a special edition of that. Same engine. So it'll be emulatable by the same fucking system. Tiny, 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 tiny amount of fucking arcade releases. God knows where it is. I can't even find, like, video footage of it. There's not, like, someone playing it online. You can find some footage of, like, off-cabinet. There was a Jurassic Park 3 light gun shooter done by, I think, Konami. That's not dumped. You know? What's the point? It's just fucking sitting somewhere. It's just, you know, no one's making money off of this. Hell, in some of these situations, the people who made these fucking games are goddamn dead. You know, what? Someone deserves to fucking make money on it because they fucking bought the license? Eat shit. Which is what I'll make you do if you don't sell me the fucking game. Among other things. I mean, let's face it, I probably won't even have to do that. But, you know, the important thing about torturing another human being is to keep yourself open to possibilities. Also, anticipation. Anticipation is the most important thing. Well, that and hope. But yeah, whole fucking things. Just not there. I mean, Techno Parrot, for all its faults and for the fact that the guy doing it's a fucking maniac and, you know, probably a gouger, at least it still produces results. You know? Like, I can play the entire Time Crisis series. From fucking 1 up to 5. And all they'd have to do to get money out of me is make a half-decent PC port. Like, that's it. It wouldn't even need bells and whistles. You know? Just a half-decent... I'd buy it. Buy the fucking thing. Half these arcade games. Just like, we're going to port it to PC. Great. Will they? No. Yeah, a properly arcade version of Primal Rage. There's the kid who did, like, basically the repair and fixing of Primal Rage 2. That's another thing too. I do a few reduxes. I do a few repairs, a few like, let's make Primal Rage 2 a real game. You know, that's something I do. But yeah, I spoke to him on Twitter once because he developed a MAME cheat code that switches the blood back to red as opposed to piss yellow in the arcade version of Primal Rage. There are still glitches in it, like sometimes you drop through the floor a little bit for your wake-up animations, but it's also like just short of the DOS version, and it's still better than the DOS version. The absolute best way to play the fucking game, so... yeah, that one just fucking haunts me, that one. But I mean, again, get that cracked, it's done. You know, and I'm sure it's one of those situations where it's probably really hard from the perspective of someone doing it in their part-time while they're trying to go to uni or fucking be an engineer or whatever this shit, you know. Get it done, it's done. I don't know. Like, the thing about, like, I always think about torture, because I always think about, like, you know, extremes, and, like, how to survive it, and it's like, you know, you don't. Like, that's the thing about torture, you don't. Nobody does. You know. That's the thing, that's why it's not all that useful for getting information, is because if you torture me, I'll tell you what you want to hear until you stop. You know. I'll confess to shooting JFK. Everybody will. We learned that in the Middle Ages, when, like, you know, everyone was able to find witches somehow. I can't remember who it was, but someone actually did point that out. They were like, you know, if we tortured you, you'd just say that you were a witch. And he's like, no, I wouldn't. And then the bishop had him tortured. And he did. Turns out he was a witch. But, like, if I want to know, you know, if I want you to give me the fucking video game that you fucking hoarded because you're a stupid piece of shit, torture is supremely effective. Just give me the game and I'll go away. We're going to test it. But, you know, walk right the fuck out of here. You know, I mean, I might say, you know, again, and it's anticipation. You've got to let people know that you mean business by getting your toenail clippers and just clipping the very edge of the eyelid. You know, just a little bit, just so it feels like it might tear if someone pulled on it, because it'll tear if I pull on it. And let them know that I'll fucking pull on it if you don't give me the fucking game. If you give me the game, I'll go away. And the best part is, I'm just gonna copy it, and then you can have the fucking box. I don't care. But you're a knob, and you deserve to suffer for the stupid things you think and do. You know? Suffering's supposed to be corrective. You're supposed to learn from it. And people just don't. It's fucking amazing. So that's why you should sign up for the Patreon. Ideally, it's to, you know, just get things done. This isn't about paying me to go around torturing people. You know, and see, I don't want to do this. You know, I don't want to do any of this. Why would I want to do that? That's a waste of my fucking day. I just want to play the goddamn game. Translations is another thing I get into as well. I mean, ideally, you'd want to have a console-specific translation tool, but, like, sometimes, depending on how the game was made, it can just be a real cunt to try and, like, translate, because sometimes text isn't stored as text in the game files. Like, there's one, I can't remember which, but it was, like, it's one of those games that had multiple versions, and they did one version because the other version, all the text was stored as, like, a fucking image that matched the background. So, like, replacing it would have been just a fucking nightmare. Like, people would have had to have, like, pixel arted every single fucking sentence in the fucking game. And it's just, you know. I mean, look, there's not a lot of a lot you can do about situations like that. But if you create some decent translation tools, I'd also pay to get stuff translated into English because I speak English. If you want to translate it into Portuguese or whatever, the tool will be there. That's the point. And then shit's done. Then stuff's finished. And then if someone wants to, translate it into Catalan or, Magyar or fucking whatever weird goddamn non-Indo-European thing you speak, you can, you can invest your own time and effort into that. Okay, so number go up, 296 members again, and 1628 a month. There's got to be some better analytics or something. I don't know. The point is, number needs to go up. Number go up, and I won't break legs. I hope I don't have to. Okay, number go up. Oh yeah, there's got to be a subscriber Saturday tomorrow, isn't there? All right, fuck me. Last week was Commander Blood, which was kind of a bastard. The link for the subscriber Saturdays will go up onto the VIP section in the Discord, so the link should still be there. Unlike the the early releases, they won't go up onto the channel normally. So you have to go to the VIP section if you want to catch the replay, etc., etc. Yeah, number go up or faster. Oh god, can't believe it's Friday already. What was I gonna do? Damn it, there was something. I'll think about it and put it on fucking Twitter later. Alright, so subscriber Saturday tomorrow will be something. Remember, just go to the Discord VIP section, which I believe the Patreon process will give you access to, and the link will be there. The link for the old one's still there, and that's where they'll live. Until I figure out, I don't know, how to do something with the actual YouTube channel itself, though I don't know if that's how that works. I swear it just went up while I was fucking looking. Yeah, now it's 297 and 1629. So good job, one of you fucking chimps. I don't know which one you were, but you know who you are. Pat yourself on the back. Alright. Number go up. Punish people who hoard games because they're fuck knuckles. Have a look at, take a peek about the emulation scene. It's in the best place it's been in ever. There's a lot of very good ways to play a lot of old games. Still a few little frustrating sticking points hither and thither, but sadly it doesn't have a powerful leader like myself to just step in and, tidy things up a little. Someone with just the base level of social skills to not get drawn into weird autistic squabbles, because you'd be surprised how much of it's that. Out of date. Alright. Well, that's something I have to fucking fiddle with then. Again, follow me on Twitter. You don't have to have a real account. Just create an egg and you can follow me, and then you can just see the things that I fucking, thing. You don't have to talk to me or anything like that. It's fine. If you don't want to. It's, I mean, look, I know, okay? I know it's fucking Twitter. I fucking hate it too, but it's just like, I gotta fucking build a whole new thing fucking somewhere else is a fucking uphill battle. Alright. Number go up. Watch my show, or I'll bash your fucking kids.